Well, I spoke to Israeli political analyst James Marlow earlier. I began by asking him whether Prime Minister Netanyahu could really be serious about peace, given his previous hard line on the matter.
I think he really means what he says. Of course, as you know, the first cabinet was held this morning. He mentioned three things the government is going to focus on: unity, responsibility, and hard work. He also talked about the first thing, which is very important for the unity government, is to sort out the economic situation over here, just like the rest of the world. There is a lot more unemployment here now in Israel. And then also he said as well that we need to focus on pursuing the peace process very, very much so. And he used these words, to advance peace and security, which is very important.
But how can he do that when he's never publicly endorsed a two-state solution? And Mahmoud Abbas has come out and said, well, he will not start peace negotiations unless the government does accept the two-state solution.
Right. The Oslo Agreement was signed in 1993, as you know, and that was based on the two-state solution. And since that time, we've talked about the two-state solution. And I'm speaking on behalf of the government. What they would say, and Bibi Netanyahu would say, is that the process has just gone from bad to worse to extremely very, very, very bad. And therefore, this new government, which was voted in democratically, is now looking in a different way. Instead of talking about the two-state solution, which has caused an intifada, which has caused suicide bombings, which has caused reprisal race from Israel into the Palestinian territories, now this is a new path. And the new path is to try and separate the extremists, i.e. the ones who are causing the hatred and incitement for the Palestinian people, to separate those and to focus on those, getting them back to work, and to focus on them just leading an ordinary life, to have more integration between Israelis and the Palestinian people.
So what's going to happen next, do you think, in the coming weeks?
Well, in the coming weeks, as I said, the first priority is to sort out the economy situation. And so item number one on the list is the budget. Now, when a brand new government comes into power, according to Israeli law, and the budget has not been passed, i.e. how much money all the different ministries have to spend, we're talking about education and we're talking about transport and culture and all those, how much the ministers really do have. Now, that budget has not yet been passed. And legally, according to Israeli law, when a new government comes in, the new government has 45 days to pass the budget, otherwise it's out. Now, Netanyahu is not going to let that happen. That was one of the discussions that took place in the cabinet meeting this morning. So the cabinet had voted to change the law from 45 days to 106 days. So that'll give the government plenty of time to pass the budget, and then after that to look at the economy and then to pursue the peace process, i.e. by opening up a channel with Mahmoud Abbas, Abu Mazen, the Palestinian Authority leader, and to try and get some dialogue going on. And I believe that will happen in the next few months.
James Marlow there speaking to me earlier.